I am calling this one Pricing Principles. If you are a buyer out there, looking at the prices right now can be a little intimidating, and I wanted to talk through that. If you are a seller, how to price your home is number one, always the biggest question. And number two, how do you price it in this market? If you are a buyer right now, the prices out there can be a little intimidating. If you are a seller and wondering, how do I price my house in this market? Well, I have the answer to that too. Sellers in this market, everybody wants to get top dollar for their house, and maybe you will. The key is to price it correctly. At fair market value is always the best way to go. Your agent can help you decide what your fair market value of your home is. If you're looking on Zillow and getting your Zestimate, or you've got your house appraised and you have a number in mind, that is not what we go off of to price your home solely. We generally look at the comps in the area, and right now we have to look very closely because they need to be very recent comps, not just within the last year, but maybe within the last 6 months, before we can accurately give you our suggested price. If you've looked up your Zestimate on Zillow or received an appraisal, those two things are not how we generate the price of a house. If you are wanting a certain price for your house, it's not always what we price the house at. So always refer to your real estate agent for help when you are looking to price and sell your house. If you are a buyer in this market and you've been approved for $1 million, let's say for a house in Southern California, that doesn't necessarily mean that we're looking at $1 million properties. That means that we need to leave some room to negotiate, and you can discuss with your agent what your wiggle room is, but there definitely needs to be some wiggle room so that you can go up or down in price when you're negotiating. Because if the house is a good house and it's priced well, you're probably not the only one that's going to have an offer on the table. One thing to keep in mind right now is that we have a third of the inventory that we're used to having, and buyer demand is at an all-time high. Because you will be competing, more than likely, we need to be ready for that. That's a strategy that you and your agent come up with, whether you are buying or selling a home. I hope this is informative. Please feel free to comment below. Otherwise, have a great week, and I'll see you soon.